you doing? This is Smart Media Channel. Thank you for joining me up for today's stream. All right, very interesting topic. We'll just be speaking for 15 minutes. I won't be staying longer than so that I won't be staying longer than expected. Just want us to discuss a very important development in the issue of Benue. Remember very well that I've been speaking about Benue insecurity, killings, persistent killings in Benue State, Nigeria's food basket of the nation. Of course, you know that large percent of Nigeria's food production comes out from Benue State because it's a blessed land with very, very vast land for agricultural production. But it has had its own share of problems recently, especially insecurity. Armed headers attack have been persistent in Benue State recently, and the issue have continued unabated, but there have been new development, like I told you, that would deal on trending issues, and that is the trending issue we'll be discussing this afternoon. Of course, if you check very well the title of the stream, of the live chat, you will see what I wrote here. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, relocates to Benue State over armed headers, persistent herdsmen killings. And and that we always call for commendation from the Chief of Army Staff and his principal staff officer. In fact, he relocated there not just along with some of his principal staff officers and commanders. And there is this special operation in Benue State, cutting across Nasarawa State and Benue State, that control military operation. It's called Operation Wild Stroke. Of course, Operation Wild Stroke, it's a defense headquarters coordinated operation, but still it cuts across. But most of the troops deployed in that area are Nigerian Army troops. Okay, so and then we still have yes. So, but that particular operation in Nasarawa State, it cuts across Nasarawa State and Benue State at the same time. We call it Operation Wild Stroke in that, as it cuts across Nasarawa, Kogi State, and then Benue State, where the majority of that killing is going on unabated. But for the migration of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Oluyede Olufemi, migrating to Benue State to stay there and then try and inspect and check the operational engagement of the troops in that area, it's a commendable one, and the man deserves an applaud, knowing fully well that him being on ground, we just pray and hope that there will be massive result. Okay, people are joining the stream. Hi, good afternoon. This is Smart Media Channel. Please, let's do well to have your reaction. You can drop a comment, a love emoji, a fire emoji, just any kind of reaction at all, so that we know that you are following, so that we see people coming up, joining the stream for we to discuss this afternoon. All right, and please do well to always like the subscribe and share the video. It's very, very important. It helps us to motivate us to do more. So him actually migrating to Benue State is a good one, and I commend the Chief of Army Staff for that laudable initiative. Maybe him being on ground by himself, trying to check some of the operations. And I told you that Operation Wild Stroke is a defense headquarter coordinated operation, but you know that apart from the Operation Wild Stroke, there are Nigerian Army brigades, other brigades formations within that, but majorly Nigerian Army troops. Okay, but for that Operation Wild Stroke, it's a defense headquarter coordinated operation. But majority of the troops, like I told you earlier, are Nigerian Army troops. And for the Chief of Army Staff, who is a military chief in Nigeria, being on ground to supervise that operation and check the level of damages and the persistent armed headers clashes in Benue State, especially in the area of Gwe West local government, called Naka, to be precise. It's a commendable one. And the Chief of Army Staff will just pray and hope that he being on ground by himself, we pray that, the Nigerian Army troops will step up efforts and ensure that that persistent attack that have been going on unabated will be halted. Okay, many people are joining the stream. Please do well to drop a reaction. Let me know who it is. You know, many people come like that without dropping a reaction, and please, I appeal to us whenever we come, we just drop a reaction. It could either comment, you could like the video, you could subscribe, and we will have more engagement as we go on. So, like I was saying, the chief of army staff have my relocated to Benue State. And remember, his relocation is not just it's not just him alone. He relocated with some of his principal staff officers, of course, from the army headquarters, who are on ground to check the operational readiness and level of the Nigerian army troops in that area of responsibility in Benue State. God, I told you that even in Taraba State, they've been having their own share of insecurity. Several communities have been displaced. About 50 people recently, just day before yesterday, talk about 50 people have been killed in Taraba State. And some of these killings have been going on unabated, and it's a call for concern. And we just have to give Oluyede commendation for taking the bull on trying to relocate to Benue State. His relocation, we just hope that it's not just a relocation by paper, but we hope that him being on ground, it will be like a morale booster for the Nigerian army troops to step up efforts, operational efforts, and ensure that the communities within that axis are safe from armed headers attack henceforth. Okay, so but we just prayed and hope that uh, efforts will be put in place by the Nigerian army. Of course, this and then the Nigerian police force too. Is, of course, always a coordinated operations when it comes to Operation Wild Stroke, who take care of Benue State and some regions in the North Central operations. So we just hope that more effort will be put in place and ensure that the safety of Nigerians within that area, and then Benue indigenes who always okay. So that at least and I told you that the Benue state is an agrarian state. Of course, majority of the food production that we consume in this country comes from Benue State. That's why Benue State is named as the food basket of Nigeria, and for its citizens to have access to their farmland, these armed headers attacks need to be halted, before people could feel safe and go back to their farms. But as it is now, many communities have been displaced. Many communities where farming activities take place have been displaced. People cannot have access to their farm due to armed headers attacks. Of course, they dwells in bushes, in forests, and come out to attack at night and attack at will, and this killing have been going on unabated for the day before yesterday. The governor, Reverend Father Hyacinth, earlier came out to said that about 23 people have been killed in the past 1 week, and that killing have been rising, and be rising and be going on unabated. All right, so we just hope that everything will be tackled by the relocation of the chief of army staff to that particular state. And it's not just Benue, like I said earlier. Also, Taraba State, who borders Benue, to have been experiencing some attacks, and that attacks have resulted to the killing of about 50 persons. I told you that is what is in the news. The attack on that Taraba community have resulted to the killing of 50 persons, and one could wonder why such attack continue going on unabated. There have been a series of attacks. Why is the attack continuously going on unabated? We just hope that uh, you know effort will be put in place by various security agencies to ensure that the attacks do not continue, and there's a halt in such attack. Please, I could see people coming and going, coming in. Please do well to always like this stream, share this video, and subscribe to the channel, Smart Media channel, where you could get updates on what's trending and trending issues and issues of national security, national economy, and issues that surround Nigeria as a state. All right, please do well to like subscribe to this channel and let me have a comment or reaction from you that you are following suit. And and a community away from Benue now, a community in Niger State, of course, Mokwa or something like that, have been completely ravaged by flooding. Of course, it's over a week now that that incident took place. Flooding come and sweep the whole community. So one could just wonder, the same incident took place last year in Benue State, where the Alau Dam was collapsed and the water over uh, you know, came out of bank overflow its banks and caused several destruction of life and property in Borno State, in Maduguri to be precise. But this particular one, the cause of that flooding have not been yet ascertained or ascertained by authorities yet. But as from yesterday, they said about 200 people have died resulting from that flooding, and we just hope that that flooding will many things will be put in place to ensure that that incident is curtailed and curtailed for good. Okay, so but by and large, we just hope that the needful will need to be done by the authorities and ensure that that particular incident will happen. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Yes, sir.